World records are something we're all aware of, and only some of us manage to mark our name into history with them. But greatness comes in all shapes and forms, and there are many animals too which have achieved world records of different kinds. These records range from things like just being a certain size that we haven't seen in the world otherwise, to animals even performing acrobatics. That's what we'll be talking about today, as we're about to take a look at the top 10 animals who hold world records in 2021. But before we start, we want to ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon, so you will never miss one of our videos again. Number 10. Zac the Macaw. This wonderful parrot from the USA has a world record of the most basketball slam dunks done by a parrot in a single minute, which happened to be the total of 22. You're not hearing this wrong. This actually happened. The world record was achieved on the 30th of December 2011 and has not been beaten so far, which is understandable because this parrot is wildly talented and can even ride the bicycle according to his trainer. Number 9. Bertie the Speedster. Everyone knows that tortoises are some of the slowest animals on this planet. But what if we told you that there is a tortoise that is actually pretty fast? That's where Bertie comes in, who holds the world record for being the fastest tortoise in the world. Originating from the UK, Bertie raced on a 5.48-metre course set and completed the lap in 19.59 seconds. Bertie's achievement in 2016 broke a record that has been in place for another tortoise called Charlie, which was unbroken since 1977. That's a long time coming, and we have no idea when we'll see another challenger. Until then, Bertie is the Usain Bolt of the tortoise world. Number 8. Finley the Dog. Finley the Dog broke a 2003 world record of most tennis balls held in the mouth by a dog in 2020. A 6-year-old golden retriever from the USA, Finley can hold up to 6 tennis balls at the same time in his mouth. Surely, dogs love playing with balls, but 6 of them at the same time is not something that we see often. And that's why it's a currently unbeaten world record. And frankly, we don't think any dog is going to be able to hold 7. Number 7. Big Jake the Horse. Big Jake from the USA is the tallest living horse in the world, sitting at 210.19 centimeters and 82.75 inches without the shoes. This horse makes humans and fellow horses look miniature. He was born to normal-sized horses, but somehow never stopped growing. Despite his big height, he is very easygoing and friendly with other animals, and enjoys getting belly rubs and being at the center of attention, even at 17 years of age. It's hard to say if this record will be broken anytime soon, but history has seen taller horses before, such as Samson the Shire horse, who was 86.5 inches and 220 centimeters. I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes! Big Jake does eat twice as much as an average horse. Before we continue with a dog that can walk on a tightrope, please make sure you support us and hit the like button. Number 6. Ozzy the Dog. Tightrope walking is something that humans have been doing for generations, and also an important part of the circus. What some may not know is that it's an activity that animals are trained for too, and with the unpredictability of a dog's enthusiasm, them walking it consistently is something that ends up being a part of world records. Ozzy the Dog from the UK holds the world record for the fastest crossing of a tightrope by a dog, as he was able to go at a speed of 18.22 seconds in 2014. As you can imagine, walking on a tightrope with 4 feet is quite a funny thing to witness, which makes this record even cooler than it already is. Number 5. Baby Konjo. Dogs walk on all fours, and it's the only thing that's normal for them. But occasionally we see them stand on 2 legs at times if they're happy or trying to touch their owners, or even when they want to ask for a nice little treat. However, some people have managed to train their dogs to walk on their 2 front paws, and that's what brings us to this half Papillon, quarter Jack Russell and quarter Chihuahua breed known as Baby Konjo from the USA. She has a record of the fastest 5 meters walked on front paws by a dog, which happens to be at a speed of 2.39 seconds. Number 4. Toby the Dog. Popping balloons at our birthdays was one of the most fun after-party things to do. There's just something so satisfying about hitting them with something sharp and then savouring every pop that comes our way. However, what we didn't expect to see was a dog doing it with the same enthusiasm. Toby from Canada holds the fastest record for popping 100 balloons, which is a record that has changed numerous times before. Toby, being the fastest, has the speed of 28.22 seconds, which is a time faster than you can imagine. It's certainly a delight to watch him put them all out with his sharp teeth with such excitement. Number 3. Medusa the Snake. Medusa the Snake from the USA holds the world record for the longest living snake in captivity. She is 7.67 meters long, which is long enough to require a dozen people to hold her if they ever wish to form a line. And yes, she eats way more than the average snake and is fed rabbits, hogs and deer on an average basis, requiring no less than 18 kilograms of food in one sitting. Medusa herself is 158.8 kilograms of weight herself, which is insanely heavy for a snake. Number 2. Jonathan the Tortoise. We all enter and leave the world at some point, but it does make you wonder who is the oldest person alive. However, even the oldest human being still only ever reaches something around 100 to 120 years of age. So what if we told you there are living beings that have been alive for much longer than that? Jonathan the Tortoise was born in 1832 and is currently 189 years old in 2021, living on the island of St. Helena. That makes him the oldest known living being on the planet, surviving 2 world wars, the Russian Revolution, 7 monarchs on the British throne, and 39 US presidents. It's insane to imagine living through so many different periods in life, and Jonathan is the only one who can be credited for this achievement. Number 1. Happie the Goat. What you're about to hear is not a joke. This record held by Happie the Goat from the USA is about the farthest distance covered skateboarding by a goat. That's right, this goat skateboards, and that's why it's on the number 1 spot. The record is for covering 36 meters, which is 108 feet in other words, which is a pretty neat distance to watch when it's a goat doing it. The record was achieved in 2014 and was completed in 25 seconds. It has not been disputed so far, even though many years have passed. That wraps up our list of the top 10 animals who hold world records. If you've ever felt that your pets are able to do things that haven't been seen in other animals yet, then who knows? You might be sitting at a world record of yourself. It's certainly very entertaining to see animals do such amazing things, and we hope to see much more in the future. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more videos like this in the future.